Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Charmaine. If you're new here, I go by Miss Charmsy. So it's summertime. You probably want some kind of protective style. Maybe you're going to a festival outside and you want to switch up your look, but your braiding skills are super basic and maybe you are on a budget. Don't worry, this is the tutorial for you. So this is crocheted hair. It is curly. And by all means, you probably wouldn't think that you're supposed to braid it because you want to just show the curls. Not today, folks. So the reason I chose the curly crochet hair to do these braids is because it gives you a kind of like interesting structure to your hair. So once you braid it, it's not just going to go flat, it's going to kind of go like this, which is very interesting. And then you can also have some leave out and add some pieces as well. You're gonna look like walking art. And that, to me, is the goal here. If you can get bobby pins that match your hair color, I think that is even better. So do that if you can. And then you're gonna want some hair elastics. Get a bunch, get some extra. You can never do without them because you know what happens. They go missing. We don't know where they are. We all have them. You know what? They're probably all together, yours and mine, hanging out somewhere laughing at us. Hair products, use what works well for you. I would say with this kind of look, I'd go with a pomade, curly pudding, something like that. Something that is going to sweep up those flyaways and, you know, keep your hair held firm. If you can part really well, do something more interesting than what I did. By all means, you can do like the triangles or whatever to make it hot. I, however, am not the greatest parter. I'm actually quite horrible, but I plan to work on it this summer, possibly. So in the meantime, let's pretend for all purposes that I did a very great job for this tutorial. I told myself, don't let that hold you back. Even if you're bad, someone else out there will get inspired and they will be better than you, and that's what it's all about in life, right? Inspiring the next generation of parters. So you're going to simply use your elastics. Don't worry too much if your elastics don't match your hair because it's going to be covered afterwards. So you're going to take a section of your hair, I would say something like this. I have low density hair, so I try to keep it somewhat realistic and I don't go super thick with it, just because my actual root hair is not very thick, and so I like it to somewhat kind of match with each other, if you know what I mean, in terms of thickness. If you have thick hair coming right from the roots, go thick with your braids by all means. Slide the hair through right into the middle, and then you've got your little ponytail hair. And now you're just going to attach this to the anchored elastic already on your head. You're going to just wrap it around as if you were just tying it around an already existing ponytail in your hand. Did that make sense? And then do it until it is tight. You can pull your hair to make sure it's nice and snug, and then all you're going to do is braid it into your hair. Little tips I would like to say here is that you want to make sure as you are braiding that you're smoothing down the hair all the way to the end. That way you can avoid any bunching up and tangling at the bottom of your hair. So if you're not doing that with every single move, you might end up with a big knot at the end, or the curls kind of getting frizzy, and you know, you might want to avoid that. Also, if you're not sure how to feed in your hair into the longer pieces, all you do is start with the 3 legs, for lack of better description here, and you are going to start the braiding as you normally would, and then take a little bit from each of the bulkier sections or legs, from the thicker legs, and then you're going to add that to your little scrawny leg, which is in my case because my hair is short right now. And then you just, you know, keep adding it as you go if you want to, and you'll be great. And something to keep in mind is that you may want to stop and put a little bit of pomade or something that is going to have a good stick to it, so that you don't get the little flyaways happening if you do have shorter hair or different texture hair from your braiding hair. So definitely keep that in mind as well. And then just braid all the way to the bottom, or you can leave some out and have the curls kind of hang. That's why I do like using this crocheted curly hair, because it looks really neat. Leaving some pieces just curly, I think it is a nice look. Then boom, you've got your braid done. Now you can take some of this hair and wrap it around the elastic, just using your bobby pin to secure it, and just wrap, wrap, wrap. Now you don't have to wrap it all the way. You can wrap a little bit of it until it's covered, and then let some of the remaining curl just hang. So then you have a mixture of loose curls with the braid, which actually to me looks really nice and like a mermaid. If you don't like that, you don't have to do it. Also, you can cut and bobby pin after you have covered the elastic if you so choose to do. So if you are going to a festival or an event and you want to be extra with it, you want to be a mermaid or whatever, make it go really long, take some extra hair, tie it around the bottom, make a little knot a few times. Don't worry, it's not really hair, so you can put a knot if you want. I would add a really good hold curly pudding or pomade, just so it's not too slippery. Hairspray, whatever you need to. Secure it even with a bobby pin down the center of the knot, and then you can just make that hair even longer. Have fun with it, guys. Now, if the back of your head looks crazy, don't worry, I got you. What you can do is you can actually cover it a little bit if you want with a headscarf. You can just bring up the headscarf, tie it, so you just have all this happening, but nobody needs to see the business up here. Or you can add a little like beret, a slouchy beanie, something like that. So then, you know, you don't have to worry about people staring into your soul via your scalp. We don't need that kind of judgment in our life. Also, guys, if you're like me and the whole baby hair thing is not really happening because, you know, you have thinner hair, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take some of your pomade, you're gonna try to make it work a little bit, and then when you realize it's nothing's really happening, you're gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow that matches your roots as best as you can, and you're gonna just fill that in a little bit. And that way you're gonna feel more confident, you're gonna feel like nobody's staring deep within your scalp when you're out, and you're not gonna be blinding people if you have a pale scalp like I do. And you know what, you're gonna feel a lot more confident. So just do it, don't worry about it, and move on in life. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know, give it a thumbs up, do what you gotta do. Follow me on Instagram at CharmZ, and let me know if you're gonna try this out. And I will see you next Sunday. Bye guys.